consolidation happening just to our south. It's about 5 p.m. Mountain Time, and look at that base. To our south, it's about 5 p.m. Mountain Time, and look at that base right now from the Dominator drone. It's a little bit high base because we're 84 over 58 here, measured by the live weather station of the Dominator. But it's moving into deeper moisture. It developed in an environment of 40s dew points, and we are going to have some high plains insanity today. So every day is going to get bigger as we go. Tomorrow, possibly up near Belle Fourche, north of the Black Hills. So maybe even southeastern Montana tomorrow. And then on Monday, it looks like it could be southwestern Nebraska into northwestern Kansas. And then Tuesday could go big, eastern Nebraska into Iowa as the trough ejects. So we've got a lot of moisture. Long-range models are going crazy here in the northern plains. Could see 50 to 100 more tornadoes by July 4th here in the Dominator 3. We had Runza today for lunch. It's very important to start any Nebraska chase with Runza. So we had meat pies, we had cheeseburgers, and we're just dominating the high plains. We caught trout this morning too, brown trout, a couple rainbows here in the Nebraska Panhandle. And we are just monitoring this base, which is starting to get a little bit of curvature on it, a little mini horseshoe. As you can see, it's going to have to push east into the deeper moisture.
You want to go back to the drone? Go back to the drone.
And here we go. We are monitoring this storm here, Nebraska Panhandle. Team Dominator clustered together.
No, I want to stay on you. This is the storm right here, boys.
Fly it at the storm.
It's freaking out right now.
It's so close.
That's a good shot. Pull it back. Ooh.
There you go.
We're trying to get these moisture-laden clouds to stack up in front of this system as it moves into the deeper moisture. We've got mamadas too up above. Those are named after cow udders. Little pockets of substance up there. Ice crystals evaporating, and it creates little pockets of sinking motion. And that's what we have up there.
That's great. Just going to just hold that shot.
I'll hold it for the entire length of this battery.
Why is what's it?
We got more pushy over here.
Yeah, pushing over there. Right side on the ground.
Oh, yeah. Damn. You guys see those gustinados? Top of that hill yonder.
Yes, yes.
See them? They're hitting freshly plowed fields. That's the outflow. But then this is,
yes.
yeah, starting to get some structure to it. Little horseshoe.
Movement.
It needs to get into the deeper moisture still. But it is organizing.
Keep that thing in the air.
Little Hershey's Kiss above our head.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's spinning.
What does it say?
What an eddy. This is definitely consolidating. Fine.
Oh, it wasn't us. Should we start it? Do we do a new intro?
I hear you.
Is that a funnel?
All right, let's do it now.
That base is organized in there.
All right, is it good? Hey, Reed, will you just do another quick?
Another intro? Oh, you need another intro?
Yeah, no, just one. Just a little. What's that?
Right now we are watching this storm start to get some more structure to it. It's high base though right now because it's moving out of an environment with 40s dew points, moving into an environment with upper 50s dew points. And we're gonna have the dew points rise into the 60s as this little blob moves southeast through western Nebraska. But there is, it's starting to get a little striation. We've got a Hershey Kiss right here. Look at that spin. So it's already got a lot of turbulence ahead of it. An outflow boundary is trying to push east. And we've already got some spin there. Moisture isn't quite as high as it was yesterday though. 68 dew point yesterday.
I'm gonna send this right into that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right,
We're in there. Yeah, he's going into
We're gonna go sample that up there.
All right, let's take it.
getting into
All
it.
right, we're gonna follow it.
I can look up that high. That's crazy.
All right, ready? Somebody cut to the drone.
We're on drone.
I can't hear no way.
Cut it already?
No.
No, I mean,
Oh wait, we're not. I'm shot.
we need more arm.
I'll walk.
My gosh. There he goes. And it was almost a cool
All right, you're good.
transition.
Can you spin the drone to make it more violent?
Yeah. Well, the gimbal's too good. We'll take on some winds.
He's blowing parachute out the back. Look at that.
It's going to be a slow burn today.
There's that donut hole.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Look at that hole. That's crazy. Look at that hole.
It's a nice hole.
There you go.
Donut. Focus on the donut, not the hole.
There you go.
Yeah, guys, look at that. That is a fall hole. So you've got
Oh, streak hole.
some evaporation and dry conditions out there, and that is a donut hole up there that we're seeing. So that right there, fall streak hole.
Now we call that a
basically-
fall streak hole.
Have some evaporation that's happening, and it gets rid of all the cloud matter in the middle, and you get a little ring around it of cloud matter. You got a scud tag there as well. So
All right, you're back up, Will.
but yeah, the base is not looking incredible right now, but
Nice.
Got
you
that.
lightning,
Oh, yeah,
I missed it.
We got that on stream though.
It was in the stream.
Or we'll just keep that up for you.
Echo top expansion.
Where is it at? Oh, you're just right up ahead. Do you want to do a dramatic low shot with the wheat in the foreground?
Yeah, well. You stay on it. I can manipulate myself over there.
Maybe some significant hail up in
Fun
Montana.
push. Yes. It's gonna be cinematic magic.
Yeah.
Right here.
Cinema.
It's a slow push, and we're gonna get a couple lightning strikes.
Yeah. That base looks pretty wank.
Such a wank of base.
Oh,
The base is shot, but it could keep trying.
There you go.
It's got a lot of lightning.
Oh man.
No, I'm just moving really slow.
Are you sure?
It's just
Yeah.
kind of a little poof.
Oh, you are moving.
Yeah, just a poof.
There you
It's
go.
got a lot
Tilt
of room to
down,
go.
Tilt down a little bit.
Yes, producer.
Sorry. Sorry.
But once it hits the
Just throwing
moisture,
shade at
Just
him.
tilt down.
just got to hit that moisture.
Yes, I will in a second
Echo
when
tops are going up.
the timing permits,
There you
sir.
go. And then work it.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Thirds.
There you go. A little bit more.
No, this is just radar scope.
Okay.
Yeah.
That may be too much.
It's a good app
Tilt up
to,
Right there.
yeah, I'm just looking at reflectivity, velocity, and echo tops. Hey, Carson, want me to show you these echo tops?
Yeah.
Here you can see echo top expansion that we're seeing right here, but it still isn't rocketing just yet. It's still got to hit the moisture, and we've got kind of this anvil around right here, anvil shadow, but tons of lightning. Bang, 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 bang. So we're getting a ton of lightning on this, but it's struggling to get a dominant updraft base. It'll probably happen down here. So that's where we're watching for these cumulus congestions to stack up. Yeah, there's movement in that.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see that, Will? Little
Gonna
crotch.
gradually do it. Slow motion ripper. We've got action right here. It looks a little turbulent right now, especially in that wide angle. This looks like a smattering of paint.
It is very pretty.
Yeah, it is. It has a hole in it.
Where you at? Are you ready for this? You're back at.
Yeah, these echo tops should go higher and higher as they keep going up. Once we start seeing some yellows in there, it keeps penetrating higher up into the atmosphere. So lots of lightning. Might go start practicing some casts.
Go back to 9 Mile Creek.
That's spinning horizontally up there.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot more spin right there than there has been.
Can you get into that with this?
Yeah, I'm about to send it in there right now.
Send it. How much battery?
I can only go 400 feet. It won't let you. Dang DJIs.
Can we?
If I had my FPV here, I'd be inside of that thing though.
Oh, it's pretty.
You know how cool it'd be to like go above and around on top of that and just dive through it.
We will.
All right, I got a shot.
We're getting some base expansion, right?
Can we start right low and then push?
That is
with the
moving.
weight at the lower third, and then you
He's trying
tilt
to
up into
trying to go to dinner.
like
Push it
a
okay.
sweeping up, but start with the weed in the foreground. Does that make sense? So
Always facing that direction.
Yeah, it's facing up. So right here. So slide left.
There.
Bring it back. Yeah.
That's a pretty
Right
sky.
there. And then go a little lower. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You need
Tilt
me to go
up.
lower than that?
No, that's as low as it goes. Tilt it. And then can you push with that in the foreground?
Starting to do
and then
some
go
funny
up
business.
Into
Look at that.
There he is.
Scorpion tail right there.
That's the shot. Oh, record.
You're recording on your
You
end.
definitely felt the charge.
Right, hang on, I'll do it
electric
again. I'll do it
charge.
again. I'll do it
That
again.
was sick.
I'll
happening.
reset. Hang on, I'll reset.
You're gonna get a lightning strike in that, and it's gonna be incredible.
Watch.
Stop it.
Yeah.
We're winning the day, all right?
Yes, we are.
Carry Buckheimer.
Have you ever been struck
Right there.
by lightning?
Oh.
Or a near miss?
You can go slower, so you don't have to go crazy fast.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go to cine mode.
It's starting to pull in some
Oh yeah, it
moisture.
does not like cine mode.
Okay, there you go. Right there. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a little lower.
So cool, dude. With the lightning. Oh yeah. About that.
All right, 20 grand. Where's it at?
All right, let's do it again. Back to one.
Really?
There's definitely some more spinach going on though.
That was so cool.
Dang. That's interesting.
Hang on, I gotta get a look at this.
We
real quick.
definitely had an electric field there.
Yep.
Trying to find this photo of Gizmo. Look at here.
Battery lasts forever in this drone.
Dude, the little guy, and it's the same size as the original Mavic. All right, we're back. Yes, here we go. Ready? Can you go a little slower on this round? Just like easy.
Yeah, I'll try.
Take that slow, but like right there. That's a good speed. And
I try. It's getting ground effect.
I know.
Yeah. Scorpion tail there.
Good have to.
Yeah, that's cranking. Yeah.
That was rad.
We're gonna go. It's got a hole now. You see that?
Get that scorpion.
Oh yeah. Hang on, I got it on.
Oh, you're good.
It's winking right
I got it
now.
on cam.
I'm done directing over here.
I'm looking right up the hole.
Yeah.
I'm looking right through it.
It could be an eye.
It's definitely spinning.
Is it? You think? Oh, it just pooped out.
Did everybody bring their A game today? with
Yes,
ropes or what?
of course.
We should get base consolidation down here, I think.
We're good right now. We're just
Lightning?
all the whole thing.
It's definitely getting closer to us than it has been.
The core is starting to fill in back there. Look at the action right here.
We're back over here.
Wow.
What's happening, Reed?
We've got some turbulence up here, so a little bit of spin.
Winds are
and
north.
rotation. Winds went northerly, so outflow boundary is just in front of us. But this thing is trying to catch up to the moisture, and we have a lot of turbulence up there. And it's an electrically charged storm, tons of lightning too. We could even feel the positive charge come overhead. And it's trying to get an updraft base going. We've got dirt down there still, some outflow.
All right, Will, you ready? You ready? Here you
See the
go.
expansion on that?
Run in there.
It's gotten a little bigger here.
There he goes. There you go.
Sending it. I'm going right into that thing.
Battery.
It sure does.
Perfect. Dang it.
Wow. They always assume those shapes.
No,
How do we only have one battery?
because
It's
this
trying
has
to
a
pull that
built-in
in,
battery. It
maybe.
doesn't have an external one.
It doesn't look very good yet. We need that base to start dominating.
Not late enough to put this thing into a transformer. I can set it right on top of that STS over there.
I wonder if this thing will ever catch the outflow.
Landing.
You see that?
Yep.
See the outflow boundary
Still
here?
Working. Still working.
It's not letting it catch the warm,
All right,
humid air.
Nice. That goes. Look at our pilot. Cap Will.
That's Will Clay 25 right there. Science
What's up,
lead.
chat? It's your boy, Will, out here. I'm just kidding. That's not what I do. Look at that over there.
Yeah, Gustinator. That's all outflow driven.
Yep.
You guys probably thought that was a tornado at first, but
Yeah,
that's just a
I called
Gustinator.
that.
I'm
I called
counting
that.
it.
Yep,
It's being counted. We're on the board.
we're on the board. No, but that funnel over there is. Stovepipe.
Yep, this thing's just going to continue moving off to the southeast like this. And if it takes off, it all depends on if it can catch that outflow boundary. It's got to get into the better moisture out here.
So is that
East and 80.
that's that?
That's this blob, yep.
Will you so looking at the blob and the phone
Yeah.
together?
Yeah, this is the blob, and then all that rain back behind the gust front, that's all that reflectivity that you see. And the outflow boundary is just ahead of this updraft face, but it's starting to get more consolidated to our south.
It's moving just a little bit right there.
Little core here, rain and hail core filling in. Okay. We still got our turbulence above us. Ooh, that's outflow.
There it is.
It's not
See
as
it coming
good.
across the wheat.
Oh yeah, here we
Got attacked by something that flew.
Yeah, we're about to get into the rain and hail core here even. Gotta be kidding me with that. Look at that little bow tie funnel up there. Little horseshoe vortex thing. See it? It's pinching off in the middle. Little horseshoe vortex. There's a lot of turbulence up there. Looks like storms initiated in Oklahoma.
Watanga.
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta mess with the stinger cam before we get
What's ready to
going.
go down by the wheat. Do it down there.
Go
You
about
can't,
this
but-
far. I can punch in. I don't know if this mic will read. Reed, can you go down to the wheat and talk about?
Yeah.
I can hear you from here.
Talk about the
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
moisture
Down
content.
into the wheat?
You're right there.
Okay.
That's good.
Down in there. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Right
Yep, right there. And let's do an audio check.
Test, test. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
You can stand up.
Okay, I like to be a little
there.
closer.
No, this
to
looks
the-
good.
He
Looks
looks
like he's
weird.
pooping.
You look weird.
Zoom, cut in on that.
Alright, you look weird. Alright, so now stand up. Let's stand up. Why are you looking like that?
Yeah, we're just looking down here at this base back behind me.
We tried. Sorry,
Alright,
Brian.
right there. Right there. That's nice.
As you can see, outflow is still pushing out. We've got gust nados moving west-east right over the road just to our south.
Right
even.
over the road.
See it? Right over
Yeah.
Ripple Road. Down to the south. We've got a hail core filling in too back behind us.
Alright.
But a lot of
Bird's cooked.
turbulence with this outflow that's pushing out. I'm a little bit worried about the Oklahoma target now. Watanga to Thomas has a rapidly organizing supercell. Oh my gosh. See that rotation?
Yeah, I did.
So that's a big time rotation there just to the east of Thomas, Oklahoma.
What did that thing say?
Yeah, this is the severe thunderstorm warning. And this is Thomas, Oklahoma, right in our own backyard, folks. But we are up in the Nebraska Panhandle watching this base, try to consolidate just ahead of this feature. It's got a lot of outflow on it.
Rotate right there. Straight up.
Oh, that's hot. Alright, I do have to mess with the stinger for 2 seconds.
Watch possible.
Somebody wants to film the wheat or something. What is this thing?
Another storm has developed across south central Oklahoma.
Oh, he was talking about, can you explain what outflow is?
Yeah.
And you could use the...
Yeah.
Here you go. No.
Okay. Oh, that I see, yes.
I was going to Cheyenne.
That's my
I
guy.
don't know
What's
if we're going to or
outflow?
not.
So you can see all the outflow here. That is from rain-cooled air. You've got the rain core back there behind us, rain and hail, and that sends out rain-cooled air through evaporational cooling, and you can see it going through the wheat, northwest to southeast. That's going to keep pushing, and if this can get a base on the front side of it, it'll have a chance to develop into a supercell. But it might just poof, turn into a windbag. So we're just going to keep on monitoring this as it moves off to the southeast here.
Alright, I got a message.
If that produces a tornado in Oklahoma, we're going to have a temper tantrum.
Said he needed to go to Cheyenne, but
Okay. Nobody wants to hold. Do some switch moves.
There's your target right there. There's your target.
Yeah.
There's your target.
So look at the
There's your target.
we do have a little surface low feature here coming out of southeastern Wyoming, moving toward the Nebraska Panhandle. If this storm can move into those stronger southeasterlies with a little greater moisture, then it should have some potential. But I was going to look also at Oklahoma. Looks like that.
What kind of winds we getting?
30. That storm near Watonga could be an issue. You can see it's going to try to ride that gradient right there, outflow
That's
boundary.
35.
Big outflow here. Yeah, I fired at an environment at like 300, 0 to 1, so. Yeah, that's the storm to watch, that one near Watonga. You've got some good effective storm relative felicities of 300 right there, right along the outflow boundary. We are getting hammered by outflow here. See the wind shear down here in Oklahoma? There's 200 to 300. That's more than sufficient for a tornado. And they got a storm that fired there too.
Already.
South at 10.
There's your dusk.
Okay.
There's your dust. Look at that.
See it near Thomas?
That's your dust coming in. That's all the outflow. You can, if you look back there, you can see a lot of the
Don't
dust
blow
better. But
We're getting some dirt. There it is. Look at him. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Oh, that was mine.
up here on this
Grab
road.
my hat.
45-mile-an-hour gusts.
Yep.
Wow.
They should put a special weather statement on it.
We got gusts of 45, Carson.
Oh my God.
Worried about this Oklahoma storm east of Thomas. It's going to ride that outflow boundary down.
Yep.
That one will be shot, but this one.
Remember all that stuff you were seeing over there? That Gus NATO-y stuff? That's what we're in pretty much right now. Here comes the rain.
Ah, you're so good.
See
There's
the
your
green and red
target.
couplet out there in Oklahoma?
There's your
Good
target.
rotation. It better not happen.
Oh,
Type in Watanga. There's your target over there.
Look,
I don't even know how to chase this.
You sit right here.
I think we just did.
We might get struck.
Nah, it's
Good.
power lines.
Look at those the dirt clouds just ripping down there.
Got our live weather here. Nice.
Strong.
It's weird that that's moving in this direction still. Still up.
Yes!
Hat! Clay Ranch hat's missing.
Why it's always yours?
Huh?
It's always yours. Like so many times in a day.
Yeah, every time.
It's normally not. It's usually Carson's.
Will must have a slippery head.
I need to get my hair
Yeah, he
cut.
does.
You should maybe.
I'm gonna have to sit you down one more notch.
Guys, we're concerned about that storm east of Thomas, Oklahoma.
oh, raindrop baby.
This is how you keep it on your head.
Yeah, just type it in.
Ooh.
See these colors get brighter? It's getting stronger rotation there. That's in Oklahoma, though.
So you wish to be.
Yeah. We're still good here. Happens. It's like the pig farm day. How did that thing initiate out there? We get in front of it?
Yeah, we can.
Get in front of this thing?
Yeah, keep up with it.
Yeah.
Hey.
That was nice.
I got it. Just get it out of the way.
That base isn't terrible.
Is? Not terrible. Oh, they said that base is terrible.
Good intro, Barry.
Stratford.
Is this the most interesting thing I could be looking at right here?
Pretty much. I think anything you look at outside right now will be the most interesting thing.
Yeah, down at that south end. They do have a tour possible tag on that Thomas storm. It is trying down there, isn't it? Stacking up a base. I don't care what you guys say. That's a base.
Alright. Will everybody kindly do a microphone check?
Four.
Here we go.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Alright.
Four.
Thank you.
Oh! That was right there.
Did not
I saw it
that
on.
in time.
I mean, it got recorded though because I saw it on your phone.
Right when I put my hand up. Wow.
Should set up a tripod out here. Just to light.
No, they're not allowed. This thing is intensifying. It's got to be hitting the moisture.
Still 77 to 49 right now.
Here,
Yeah.
it's got to be better out in front of this.
Head to Potter.
That works.
Yep.
Take it right here.
Right.
Yeah, that's 52 minutes of just
Potter.
Just some roof top.
If you want to wear this, it's right here.
It's got to be thickening.
Okay.
Right there.
No.
There's the base. Right in front of us. Headed south toward this updraft base, folks. Going down to I-80, Potter area. Got a lot of gust tornadoes in front of us. This thing's trying to get a base organized here on the southeast side. It's trying down here. Southeast of Thomas. You might get a tornado here soon. Get some good westerlies. Thing's looking better, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, get it on I-80 there. Paralleling I-80 west of Dix. Dude, that's gotta be base consolidation here.
They severe warned our storm.
Or severe. Yellow box. Oh yeah.
Nine and a half miles to I-80.
Ah, that's Vince. That's Vince Whale Tie. Now the moisture is in front of this thing. '87/65 and hold them all on there. Need more easterlies to pull that moisture in. Here's the Thomas one.
Has the minimum requirement for supercell both tier there.
Here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
35 minimum requirements. Minimum system requirements for that.
Yeah, we need some more easterly surface winds. Boy, look at all that Cape up north.
That's 6.5 miles.
All right, everybody, we are on day 2 of High Plains Insanity. Slightly bigger setup tomorrow, maybe southeastern Montana. Thought about staying in Deadwood, but it would have been about $500 a night. So we're staying in Scotts Bluff again, and then may target southeastern Montana tomorrow, and then maybe southwestern Nebraska on Monday. Then it looks like eastern Nebraska into Iowa on Tuesday, and definitely the long range looks pretty crazy in terms of supercell potential and tornadoes for June sanity.
What we have, we're just about 5.5 miles north of I-80 right now. We're going to go east on it. This is our storm. Just got severe warning, so it's trying to do something.
Let's get a little compressed there, southeast of Thomas.
It's a knuckle dragger. Just the one down in Oklahoma.
Looks like it just relaxed a couplet. Southeast of Thomas, severe thunderstorm warning. Southeast of Thomas, Oklahoma. Got Gus Natives out there on the severe warn gust front. Seem to be expanding down south a little bit. Guys, this thing's pretty high base. Got that Gus NATO still over there.
That's 2.6.
Guys, just want to say welcome to the stream. Glad to be here. I'm back. Looks like the connection's kind of going in and out. Oh, no, they're just switching cameras there. But that was the base of the storm that we were just looking at. And an update on this severe storm. It is now severe warned. So we don't have a tornado warning just yet. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. And you can see right there, look at that. The base of that storm is really high. We need that base to come down a little bit. We need our dew points to come up. As those two get closer together, that's when that tornado potential will go up. So Right now, this is still a pretty good line of storms. I think Reed and team are going to unzip down this line. There's an outflow boundary actually going down into Colorado. Wouldn't be surprised if they ended up on one of those storms down there as well. So just a little bit of an update across the country. There's no tornado warnings at this point. I'm watching that storm in Oklahoma. I'm also watching the storms in Montana. Right now, this storm is just to the east. It's the south of Scottsbluff. Welcome to the chase. Guys, welcome here. Seriously, you could be doing anything on your Saturday night, and you are here. We are happy you are here. Thank you to all the donations, Chad, Deb, all the member gifts. Let's get back to the chase right now.
Here it is, right turn.
There's your guys' wall cloud back there. There it is. It's still there. That was Storm A. That has a lower end to the north, maybe. That looks interesting, doesn't it? Where that is. Is that base up there, Carson?
Yeah. That's our whole right. What's this?
It looks like an updraft base that leads. It's a little deeper into the instability up there. Got a base on it. I think because that instability tails off south of us. That's an eruption of storms. It's also expanding up north. And a severe thunderstorm warning. It's trying up there.
They held on good though for all the interest there.
Man, that does not look like a base. Up north yet. We're going to get in front of this shelf cloud here on I-80 and look back at it. See how it looks. Storm southeast of Thomas still has some rotation on it.
Here's your gustnado on the right.
What's right above us right here?
That's shelf cloud right up here.
Yeah, the Seeger Cam looks cool.
That's a shelf cloud with a gustnado off to the right, just south of the road.
Oh yeah, we can see it.
This is what prompted the severe thunderstorm warning up here. a disc. Dinner plate up there. Get in front of that and see what it looks like. Kind of turns it into an MCS in Oklahoma Lake.
That whole Watauga helicity track picked up there.
That's how it looks. This is kind of a small base. Been produced. That's getting a high base on it. 30-degree dew point spreads.
What?
We have 30-degree temperature dew point spreads, I think. Are we 85 over
85 or 80 over 51.
80 over 51? 29? That's tough. That 51, that's a tough number.
Yeah.
It's starting to dry out along I-80 here a little bit. We just measured a dew point at 51, but just ahead of us in Ogallala, the dew point 65. So we just have to see if these storms will make it to the good moisture. There's like 64, 65 dew points north of there. The serviceman.
So, guys, you heard Reed and team talking about dew points, right? Well, dew points, what are they? First of all, that is a beautiful shot of that storm to the right. But dew points are the measure of moisture in the air. So the more moisture you got, the higher the dew point, the closer that gap between the air temperature and the dew point, the lower the clouds will be, and the more likely you could have tornadoes. So, 51 degrees, guys. We need that number to come way up. So that's why they're talking about repositioning, because this storm, if it continues to have a dew point of 51, that's just not going to cut it. And that's why tornadoes, guys, they're actually more difficult to get than you would expect. I know we get them all the time here on this channel, but they're and first of all, that is a beautiful looking cloud, but it is very difficult to get there. There are a lot of things that got to come together for tornadoes, and dew points are just one of them. So we got to get that number way up. Chat, maybe you can help us out. Let's get some, I don't know if we have any emotes in the chat that have that, but let's go back to the guys right now, but maybe we can moisten things up here for them. Who knows? Let's go back to the chase.
On there?
On the, yeah. Scud.
Yep.
The scud or something. That looks cool at least.
That does look cool.
Coming up to the Potter exit.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
You want to try the Potter exit? Look at it.
This is High Plains Insanity, you guys. That's what it looks like. Interesting. Yeah, I know him. They never warned it.
If you want to take a look at her.
Feels dry out here a little bit.
Get back onto it. There's a shot dirt road to the right if you want it. It goes paved and then it goes shot.
I mean, just to look at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're good for a second moment.
This thing is high based.
It's up there.
Now you're back. Very
That
lovely.
looks cool in the front, doesn't it?
It's cool.
Hey, the one south of us is a tornado possible on it.
Really?
Yeah, we may have to. What are they thinking there?
It looks very strange.
I wonder what the dew points are down in Sterling. Got a tornado possible tag north of Raymer. And he drops it. Oh, there you go.
Clear for a second.
Wow.
See that giant
It's like
coyote
two
on the
mesos.
hill over
Look
there?
at vortices.
Oh, there he goes.
There.
Every day. It's very pretty out there. Where's that? Oh. Oh yeah. Car looking like car. Howling at it.
It's got like dual mesos or something on there. Look at that. Yeah, they refused the tornado warning that one despite the report. Still severe down near Thomas. There was a report of multiple brief tornadoes in Oklahoma, but it's still severe thunderstorm warning south of Thomas. So still watching this storm here. We have that dual elevate or kind of high base mesocyclone look. It's a bit of a bow echo that's pushing out. Trying to decide if we should drop down to Raymer, Colorado, or if we should go to the better dew points up Scotts Bluff or north. Yeah.
Coming out to winter.
You think are those dew points a little better down south? That thing's moving due south. We'd have to get that in Raymer.
1 hour to Raymer.
1 hour to Raymer? There is one organizing near Lusk.
North.
Lightning, yeah. Lusk to Harrison area.
Yep.
It's got some better dews up there. Starting to see some lightning frequency up here near Lusk, Wyoming. And there's a pool of some better dew points up here to the north of Scotts Bluff ahead of that convection. So thinking about headed up toward Crawford even.
What's happening with this storm?
This storm is moving into some dry air down along I-80 right now.
Really
so
crazy looking. Like it's
Yeah.
got like two pieces, and it's like it got a band
take us a bit to get up there.
connecting it. Looks like a big tape, real tape.
Starting route to Crawford. Head north on Road
And it's got this band
77.
over here on this side pulling in.
Yeah, I think it's too mixed down here.
It's got a very short window probably on that.
Yeah.
That's what
There's
velocity.
some shear up in the panhandle, and it has these two isolated ones up near Scotts Bluff.
What time is that at?
So we go for that. 2 hours from now.
Okay.
We'll punch through this thing again.
We're gonna go back west
Yeah.
on 80.
We're gonna go back towards Scotts Bluff. Better dews up there. We do have that tornado possible tag headed south toward Raymer though. Go north.
Turn left to merge onto I-80 West.
You seen any pictures of those yet?
No, I was looking.
He's on Twitter. He posted a structure shot.
All right, I'll look. What was his handle?
Ben McCone. He's a good chaser. You guys are looking at this line that's severe warning, I-80 near Potter. We're thinking about headed up towards Scotts Bluff because you can see these are too high based. So we got a 65 dew point north of Scotts Bluff. That's where we're going. Yeah, we're gonna go north because we looked at a surface map. Saw 64, 65 dew point, Scotts Bluff north. Anybody supercells are able to come out of that area near Lusk, Wyoming and push into the Nebraska Panhandle. They might have a little more chance of a tornado up there. Passing Dix for the next EIX. Look at that, Carson. 9:30.
Wait, is that ours?
No.
Can't look at that.
Boy, I don't know about that. Is that even moving up there?
One of two. It did show you a little bit.
Yeah, boy, I don't. That may not be the main occlusion. Probably a land spout. No, say a clear spot right there. Yeah. Yeah, up there. 65.
Yeah.
See the surface map, Carson? Those are the dew points we're talking about.
All right, what's there?
Like over 65 there north of Scottsbluff.
Yeah.
Good dew points up here in the sand hills.
All right, so you guys are like, hey, there's a storm there. Why are they leaving it? And the reason is because of that. See that on the right side of the screen, guys? The gap between our air temperature and our dew point temperature is 24 degrees. That is just not going to cut it. So Reed is a pro. He knows, hey, if we're looking to get tornadoes, that number needs to go higher. And look at this. The dew point is already rising. So they are repositioning. They're going to try to get some storms. They're going to form around Scotts Bluff potentially later on tonight. And that's where they're going. So they're going up to Scotts Bluff, Nebraska, and they're going to probably leave these storms in the dust. And the storms, you know, they got a little bit of a hook on them. But I'm telling you, because the dew point isn't as favorable, because it's not, you know, high enough, that's why they're repositioning. So welcome to the chat, guys. We see Ty Hennington, Lulu Bottoms, massive donations here. Thank you guys so much for giving to Team Dominator. Welcome to this stream. It is a Saturday night in the middle of summer, guys. About to have the summer solstice, and we are happy you are here. You could be doing anything tonight, and you chose to ride along with us in the Dominator. So thank you, Dominator members. Thank you, everyone that subscribed. And everyone make sure to smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. Let's get back to the guys.
right here. This was that tornado possible tag storm that was we were talking about earlier. It's south of us. Look right there how it kind of reaches out. But that part where it's reaching out is separate from whatever updraft this has, so it's a little high in the sky for us. But still watch out over there. Actually, that's the rotating. That's the hook of it right there.
Yeah, I wonder if that storm near Lusk can do it up north of Crawford. Weird storm. Sometimes those outflow boundary ones can be a little weird if they don't have any upper support.
This is getting blocked.
Yeah, that's the storm in Oklahoma approaching I-40 there.
It's got to reach out over its gut.
Photograph could be a little off on that storm down there.
You got 4.7. Yeah, you got it.
Just look out the window.
Got a lowering right here. Big black mass off the right side. Right?
The big black mom.
Do you see a mass up there?
No, not anymore. It's gone.
smells nice.
It does, though.
Yeah, damn. Some good stuff.
When I smelled it earlier, I thought it was a plant.
You got pressure.
Very
minty.
Ooh!
Did you see lightning?
Yep.
It's over on to the left. Is there stuff popping on the front?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Half mile for you.
It moves my camera.
Oh, yeah. It's popping in front up here. We're headed back north toward Scott's Bluff. Just anticipating some more development.
Ghost wheeling.
There it is.
I saw that.
Just trying to update map.
Yeah, oh yeah. No,
It failed.
no.
Oh, tornado warning south of us.
Spades.
They did tornado warn it.
When I go to Raymer, that's an hour to get down there.
I feel like it won't be there when we get down there. What do you think?
It won't be there when we get down there.
Yeah.
Probably be lined out, but
I think this stuff up north might have a better chance of sustaining into the evening, maybe.
we'll keep ripping.
Put it back. Put it back on.
Top on Lussen's going up. That could
It's
try
way
to
up.
slide up into that area there too. South of the Black Hills.
Way up from the last time I checked, yep.
Not sure if we should go to Harrison or Crawford yet. That'd be easier just to pop north to Harrison. Miles to Harrison. Maybe more storms will go to the south of it.
Better than down here. We're dealing with 50, sub 50 dew points down here. As we go a little more north towards Harrison and Crawford, in the central and northern part of the Nebraska Panhandle, we're going to be dealing with better dew points here, more into the 60s. Whereas down here, we're dealing with 40, 50, 51, sub 60s.
4,500 Cape up there and some back winds out of it.
Yeah. Wow.
And look at the easterlies on the south side of the Black Hills up there. It's got like a a little effective warm frontal zone. See that little blob? Yep. Same amount of Cape there is in Oklahoma right now.
Fired at 5,000.
Yeah, it's getting some sin. Sin's building in. Just like that day we chased that night. A weird outflow boundary case. Something like that there, Carson. Yeah, blob of 4,500 Cape up in Scottsbluff North. There's more development down southwest of Scottsbluff. We'll be on that too. Yeah, it assumes an inflow layer. Calculates an inflow layer. That's why I use that instead of 0 to 1 or 0 to 3, just because it kind of handles the math for you a little bit. Kind of have some deeper inflow layers up here, I think. That one at Atonga might be pulling an inflow like just above the surface, even coming to the city. Yep, there it is. Chico. Where we're headed.
That was a little early.
Yeah, a little earlier. I think it's getting those northwesterlies behind the boundary. Yeah. Surprised it still is computing an effective inflow layer back there. There it is. That's our storm. Come together in the northern Nebraska panhandle from Scottsbluff up to Harrison. And we've got a storm that's organizing near Lusk right now, Wyoming. So we're going to try to beat that thing to Harrison and maybe anticipate additional development a little bit south of that. But Scottsbluff has like a 64 dew point right now, and just north of that it even increases. And then you get a belt of easterly surface winds just south of the Black Hills. There it is. It gets a little better east of Harrison. Harrison's got a 63 dew point. 65 there. There's a little lip of higher terrain that's cool in the moisture.
OK twice on that left side. Press OK twice. Keep an eye on that. Really worried about oil? Just a temp. Just wanted to look. We're all good.
area in South Dakota could do some funny business. Yeah, June the 22nd, 2012 was a crazy event where it was a 2% area, very similar to today. And we were torn between northeast Colorado and up in the northern target, up in Wyoming, lost up to Edgemont. And a storm ended up developing up there. And a lot of times easterly winds will funnel around the Black Hills and you'll get two channels of stronger easterly surface winds north and south of the Black Hills. And this storm north of Lusk is trying to slide up into that belt of easterlies south of the Black Hills. And when that happened in 2012, craziest tornado we saw for the entire year. Softball hail, big white tornado. at us right near Edgemont there, the southwest corner of South Dakota. Not a lot of roads out there, but
I love just trying.
Accidental spot.
Harrison has a severe warning. I don't know if we can beat that to Harrison. We may have to go to Crawford.
All right, guys. So they are repositioning for the storms right now. And let me show you. Let me just break this down and show you what we got going on right now, because they were on this storm off to the right. Look at how that thing is falling apart. It's because we got no moisture. The dew point is 51. That is not going to cut it. And that storm is falling apart almost on cue. Now, a little bit further to the south, we do have a tornado warning. This is the only tornado warning that we have in the entire country right now. But look at how it's kind of forming right along a boundary. That's an outflow boundary that it's forming along, and that can increase tornado potential. But it can also be a little bit of a hider of the environment. And, you know, you look at that and think, oh, wow, that storm is doing big things, and it's trying to. But once it gets south of that boundary, it's going to lose its boost. So if you look at the rotation in the top right corner of the screen, that is that tornado warning. It's still pretty broad. So I don't think that is actually producing a tornado, although if you are in that tornado warning, take that seriously. But that's why Reed, the Dominator, Will, Local Man, they're all going north, because they look at that storm and they're like, okay, that could be a short-term kind of play, but the long-term play is going to be up in the Dakotas. And let me show you the storm that they're going towards right now. They were kind of talking about this storm up here. Let me zoom out a little bit further here. And that severe thunderstorm watch does go all the way up into South Dakota here. So they're going to try to target these storms, right, that are all severe warned, and they're probably going to take a right-hand turn at some point. When they do so, that's when they'll have the greatest chance at producing a tornado. I'm going to keep watching that tornado warning to the south. You guys do too in the chat. Massive W's to all the donations. Just saw another one roll in, so keep it up, guys. Ty Hennington, massive W, my friend. And looks like Local Man's talking. Let's get back to him now.
supercell right along that outflow boundary. Big hook on it. They issue a tornado watch down there ever?
Nope, just severe thunderstorm watch.
Issued a blue box out in Oklahoma. Dew point at now?
85 over 43.
43?
Yeah.
That's shot. We gotta get up and over this escarpment here. It'll be interesting to see what the dews do From down here up to the escarpment.
What?
Somebody's mic is rubbing on someone. I don't know whose it is.
It's me?
I don't know, it's one of you guys. We'll figure it out.
Shut the window.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah. That helps a lot.
Safety's grimes like this. Left a bit more left in the tank.
I think it's you.
It's agonizing waiting an hour and a half. I think it's blowing up, or at least lost.
It sounds like a hamster.
This is starting to feed up here, west of Harrison. How long do you think it'll take for that to get to Harrison? We see 40 minutes. It's going from Van Tassel to Harrison. Looks like it's going to work out for us.
It's 35 miles away from Harrison, that part, and that's 17 miles to that.
Pull that slack.
Moving northeast.
This part's going to
Crawford.
probably be there in about an hour, don't you think? I think we should get aggressive and go to Harrison and punch to the backside of it.
Let me look here.
Touching your name.
My gut tells me Crawford right now. Just because it's just going to need time.
About the durability test, this mic set
Yeah,
up.
but we can still catch it. Right Harrison. Right there, maybe. I don't know.
Let's give it a couple more scans until we get to Scotts Bluff.
Yeah.
And then we can decide to do 26, 29,
Sharp my back up.
71.
There's your knob on the left. A bunch of chimney rocks over there. You got that, Carson?
This one on the right still pointy.
That's how chimney rock starts to form. The young one.
That's discount chimney rock right there.
They're gonna have their own chimney rock.
Timu chimney rock.
Yeah, definitely Timu chimney rock.
That's more of a mound.
I give it a C.
You missed all the good ones. There's nowhere to take a picture.
They warned it in Weatherford Hydro.
Tornado warning. Is it observed?
We're going to look right now.
Tornado warning near Hydro, folks. Radar indicated.
And watch out if you're in Hydro, if you're east of Weatherford on I-40, and if you're going south on 58, watch out. That's in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it does look like it's a little separated now, but pulling an inflow to that back hook. It's a little fluffy.
Fluffy?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Just, yeah.
He's shot.
I was trying to pull another hook out around back behind, but it has kind of some other hooks to the east of it too. So it's trying to pull an inflow to that back hook, but I think it's lacking a little bit of upper support. But you still got to heed those tornado warnings. Hydro shelter.
That dew point should be going up or changing.
Yeah, it's a little. It's still 45. 44. Carson Camp.
Looks like it's pushed out a little.
Yeah,
Storm is
little.
approaching I-40 in Oklahoma.
Chat, let us know if you want to see more Carson on cam
Between
here.
Hydro and Weatherford.
Ocean Gate. We're going to Ocean Gate. Welcome to Ocean Gate.
Whoa! Whoa!
We gotta get this stream going.
That's the best one you've done yet.
Carson, we have to go to Ocean Gate. We're going to Ocean Gate.
Oh my God!
There you go. Gotta get this stream going. Dew point had to have gone up after that fiasco.
44.
Perfect. Oh. Nope.
All right, ready? Can you do it? I like all enthusiasm lost.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Chat says stop being shy, Carson.
Boy, that fired me out.
Yep.
That's a voiceover work, everybody.
Let's go, chat. Come on. You feel the energy? If you feel it, chase it. Let's go.
Here's our storm. Way out there. Bought me some time. Hydro looks like it has a bunch of filaments feeding into it.
Hydro.
Hydro has some hydro filaments. Well, like grow ops out there. That was great. Thank you for that.
Yeah, we needed that.
Yes, we did. A lot of lightning on this. The untrained eye may just see a blob, but we know it's different than that here at Team Dominator. We know there are easterlies, southeasterlies ahead of that, and big time dews. We just got to get up there.
What do you think about it, man?
Well, I've just been looking if we need to go to Harrison or Crawford right now. Where's that? That's
Lost one, north of Lost.
the mic was just violently clipping.
I mean, we are definitely in cowboy country.
45, right?
Yeah.
No way. Is it 2.45 up here or what?
It says right here, right now.
I mean, it's north of the river valley. That's 45 on that map. We have to call up the map. Yeah, it's shape.
Look at that.
Yeah, there must be just a little pocket.
We hit moisture.
We did?
47, 48. It's going
Whoa!
up.
Speaking of moisture, it's changing as we go.
You can feel it.
How far is that storm from Harrison?
Smell it.
Where smells storm?
54.
12 miles west.
Had a 10-degree change. Dew point.
Wow.
55.
Damn!
Just slapped right into this
Holy
thing.
cow! That's crazy.
I think that escarpment blocks that wind was probably coming right. You see that gap? Probably was shooting through that. But look at, but just south of us, they're saying 34.
It's bouncing around a lot.
Must
But
be.
we're back down to 51, but 53. It's
Yeah, I
all over
opened
the
my
place.
mouth and that's when it went up.
It's all over the place. I'm gonna breathe on it. So.
Ventazo.
I'm able to close that gap pretty fast.
You're gonna hold it from now on.
Crawford would give us an opportunity to slide up on the east side if we wanted to, but really open that one. Grabs those dudes. Should just gotta move like that. How far is it from Crawford? You said it's 30-something miles. It's gonna take an hour and a half. It's probably gonna move at like 10. Once it hits that moisture, what if it just stops?
If it moves northeast at 35, that means this action is.
Yeah. Elevated. I think
Our moistures are all over the place. 49. 50. 49. They should have it on the screen. They have it. They can see it right here.
Down here.
But it's not as fun.
We want to be way out
You
here.
can see it on here.
Gain visual of it pretty quick. What do you think?
Yeah.
You can always catch it from behind.
Still thinking Crawford, we have a backup if we have to go up to Harrison, but Crawford,
We can go to Crawford from Harrison too.
yep. It's 1 hour to Harrison.
It might just anchor over Harrison when it matures. Like yesterday.
Let's do Harrison,
Okay.
and then punch through its rear end when if it does that.
I think it'll be on the storm a little faster going up there.
Yep.
Even if we see it from the asset. Our dew point's rising as we're headed north. Northwest Panhandle. Where are we at now? What's our dew point at?
50.
Check again, Will.
It's been all over the place.
Check again.
51. 50. I'm gonna put more like a text-to-speech computer on it.
Yep.
Our dew points are 51 degrees. I'm gonna have you actually. I'm gonna need you to synthesize that for me.
I'll figure it out. That'd be cool.
Oh, what is that smell?
Feels like caramel.
That did not smell very good. We gotta figure out how to transfer the smells to the users, to our viewers, like a 4D cinema. Swan, right side. Oh, that thing stinks.
Wow, that's got some spice to it.
I'm gonna build a house right here.
Right, it's probably very cheap.
That might be the sugar beets. That's the sugar beets.
It smells
Sugar
like
beet plant, Western
old
sugar.
Parmesan cheese and a bag of seashells on an old phone book. Is what it smells like.
That's real steady.
Thanks, the
Where's my
highlights.
mic? I'm gonna have to hear
I
my
felt
mic
that
situation. What's
immediately.
going on over there?
Every now and then it sounds like
You sure it's me? I've been muted this whole time.
probably.
I'm just kidding.
Guys, I think I can speak for the whole chat. I don't know if I want to smell what they're smelling. Just gonna be quite honest. I got a weak stomach. It's not good. It's really not good. Yikes.
There you go.
It's got the snuff rig going.
Dude, our dew points are all over the place. I'm trying to figure out if it's
One time I looked, it was at 54 and it says 48 now. That smell must have knocked out the.
I can't figure out if it's an instrumentation problem now or. There's like pockets of random moisture.
There's your brake job.
Yeah, that's sketch.
Skirts. That did not. That was yeah.
Yeah.
Was that bad?
Yeah, we'll inspect him at the hotel tonight.
Is that bad?
My inspect will go. Yep.
It's shot.
Yep.
And we'll have to get on the internet, find a tire shop nearby, do a brake job, emergency brake job.
Yep.
I'm gonna do upgraded brake system, bigger pads, bigger everything.
Wish we could put air rams to them or something.
Things doing it. See, it's hit the easterlies. It's gonna produce.
Gotta go.
Need to put a driveline eddy brake on
I
it.
really get that one. That's headed straight up to the slot.
Maybe it's Matt's.
What?
It is a little sideways. I keep it getting like a. It sounds like wind or like it's rubbing.
Sure, it's not water.
Could be. Everybody could blow in them. It's gonna be loud.
Hey. See this thing start to rotate?
Tell you what, those brakes are singing like a. Oh wait, hold on. Reed's talking. Hold on.
Storm, but look at that. I bet it goes tornado warned soon. See it there? Sorry, Carson.
Yeah,
Yep. Got it. Just gonna go ahead and let you know I can see the base.
Yeah, we've got visual on the base.
Yeah, I got visual. I'm just calling it out. I've got visual on the base right now.
Still radar indicated down near Hydro, north of Colony and Echley.
I think it was you, man.
Yeah.
It was rubbing on your shirt. Maybe not. I'm just gonna play the blame game.
Would you like to play the blame game?
Would you like to play the game? What's the scary guy? Jigsaw. Here's a water tower.
That'd be that northern storm.
Northern storm's getting more hail.
Yeah. Things starting to hit those easterlies. So they'll tell by the shape of it.
Unbelievable terrain it's going into.
Yeah.
All right, so let me show you what they're looking at on radar here, guys. First of all, I do want to mention that tornado warning down right along the boundary fell apart just like we thought it would. So Reed made a good call. That is no longer tornado warned. It is severe thunderstorm warned. Look at the rotation on that storm, the top right corner of the screen. Clearly, that thing has weakened below tornado limits there. So I don't think we have a tornado there anymore, and we may never have had one at all. Now, let me go ahead and zoom out, and I'm going to show you. Let's first start with the velocity of that storm that Reed and the Dominator are targeting. Let me zoom out a little bit further right there. See that? Oh, a little too far. See that rotation right there? That is a rotating supercell. And if I show you the radar, what that looks like as well, kind of just looks like a little bit of a blob, but you can clearly see that storm is rotating. It's moving into some pretty epic terrain, and that sometimes can enhance the tornado potential. So we've got visual on the storm above. It is rotating. It's going to make a go for it. It's going to probably start to take a right turn here. As it does so, those are those easterlies we were talking about. Looks like Local Man's talking. Let's get back to him right now.
This? Yeah, I typed in Edgemont and it takes me to north. It looks like, is that or is that east?
1 second.
That's Crawford.
Maybe we'll switch sides.
Are you sure?
That's Edgemont.
Myself for a little bit and see if it is.
It looks like that's Pullman.
Or you just turned me down. No.
Hales? That's Edgemont?
Yep.
Turn me down now.
We can beat it. Let's try. Let's take that one.
Yeah. 7.3. Still radar indicated near hydro.
Still has a weird shape as it's pushing up into that environment. I wonder what that's going to do. Tore possible tag on it. Got a tornado possible tag on our storm. Added the tornado possible tag on our storm right now in the northwest Nebraska Panhandle, headed up toward Edgemont, South Dakota, near the Harrison area too, and that's where we're heading. We're going to try to beat it up to Harrison and maybe even Edgemont. it down here, don't I? Interesting.
Yeah, I think that was it. It's stuck.
We almost start north.
Yeah, 1.6.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
I'm just playing Pong on the iPad right now. I might go do a virtual Jenga. But I'll show you what's actually going on here. Is there a virtual Jenga? I don't play video games, so I don't know. But you see here, we got a storm popping off just northeast of Lusk near Harrison and Van Tassel. And that's going to be the Wyoming side, and then Edgemont, Provo, Harrison. We're going to turn right in a half mile. And we're just going to race towards this and see what happens here. Will's going to drink some Surge. He's got a case of Surge back there.
Surge.
Yep.
What is that?
Dude, tonight. You never heard of surf?
Is that a northerner drink?
No.
I ain't heard
I
of
just
it.
blew my mouth.
Gosh,
Pop
that
my
tastes
back
so
of my
good.
chair up a little bit. Just got a
Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice.
pinch off my package.
Shut it down.
Right here?
Yeah. What an interesting road right here.
Shooting spray paint.
That's that
How's it going?
that contact cleaner puts me right in the slot.
It looks like spring up here right now.
Stinger cam stop where you're using it over needed road.
Damn, it's peeling off up here. South of the border. We might be able to beat that thing. Look at that mesocyclone.
Yeah.
Watch out, Provo, South Dakota.
Roll.
Strong mesocyclone headed your way. We could possibly beat that. Yeah.
That's that times the Edgemont.
Get it
Roll.
south to Edgemont and get it in Provo.
Roll.
That's our storm that's rotating, moving right into that belt of easterly winds. Southwest corner of South Dakota. There's
They're gonna warn that, aren't they?
They should. I'd have a warning on that already. It is kind of lifting north.
Let's go nuclear with the tilt.
All right, Chad, I'm going to show you what they're looking at. Also, looks like I've got a lot of beat. Hold on, Reed's talking. Let's go back.
52.
Man, give us some love up here. We're about to enter a beautiful place up here. Sand hills. A lot of birds.
You know, cable stop.
The Stinger did?
I was just trying to track that. What's with the beats, guys? Looks like half the chat is pro beat, half the chat is anti beat. That's fine right now, but as soon as we get to the storm, guys, I need you locked in, okay? Because this storm off to the right, it's got a pretty good rotation on it. You see that? There's the mesocyclone right in there. We got winds going in opposite directions, and that severe thunderstorm warning did get extended into South Dakota. It does include the city of Provo, South Dakota. So heads up there, you've got a storm that is rotating, and the green is going this way. You got the red going this way. So there's your rotation. It's not tornado warned just yet, but if this thing takes a right turn, Like Reed was talking about, he was talking about those easterly winds. So if this storm all of a sudden takes a hard right turn, that'll be a big warning sign. So we're going to watch this together. They're going towards this storm. And by the way, I like beats too.
Looks like they might allow that tornado warning to expire. So let's move into some better air.
That's moisture there.
Yeah.
58
Moisture.
and priming. Oh, now it's 55. It's so sporadic. It's kind of actually suspicious.
The terrain. We have no transpiration out here too. Probably a higher dew point over there than here. See the sand hills?
Harrison one went shot. radar indicated down near. Hold on.
Still Oklahoma? They extended it?
Yep.
Interesting. How's the coupling working? Jeez, yeah, it's probably shot. South of I-40 now. Tornado warning continues, but the hook looks not very prominent on that.
What's going on, Reed?
We're headed north. We got a storm that's headed up toward Provo, South Dakota. It's got some spin on it, and it looks to be taking over as a dominant storm. The one near Harrison is starting to evaporate a little bit. I was hoping that some of those storms would build down into the Nebraska Panhandle, but it looks like we might have to shoot up into South Dakota on this one. Pretty out here. What's our dew point at now?
55.
Supposed to be right along that ridge up there. Oh, ridge.
All right, while we're waiting for their connection to stabilize, which looking at the dynamometer, looks like the bars are starting to come back here. Here is the storm that they're targeting. And let me show you the rotation as well. Guys, it's still got a pretty decent rotation on it. Not enough to issue a tornado warning. It's still severe thunderstorm warning at this point. But we do have some red. Once again, the red, that's winds wrapping around this way. The green, that's winds wrapping around this way. So there is some broad rotation, but there's not enough green there to get a tornado, I don't think. But what a beautiful storm they're on. And that's why you chase these guys. You chase them for the tornadoes, but also you see some unbelievable storm structure. And thank you guys so much for being here on your Saturday night. You could be doing anything tonight. You could be, but you choose to be here. So massive W's in the chat. I know the beats continue to be a hot topic here, but let me just quickly show you while their connection is still stabilizing. There is the only active tornado warning that we have. And we're going to keep the rotation on in the top right corner of the screen. But the only active tornado warning that we have in the country is this one down here in Oklahoma. Now, it's radar indicated, and I have not seen any visual confirmation that it is on the ground. But I just want to give you a heads up. If you are in western Oklahoma, we still do have that tornado warning active. But looking at the rotation, like I was saying, it's kind of weakened a little bit. So I don't think this is producing anymore. And this is kind of its own little isolated storm. But the storm that Reed and team are on has a decent shot and looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at that freeze frame stuck in the top corner of the screen here. That is just gorgeous. Ridiculously beautiful storm. And they are in a broad area of severe thunderstorm watch right now. So there's no tornado watches. There's only severe thunderstorm watches. Having said that, you can still get tornadoes in a severe thunderstorm watch. That is not unheard of by any means at all. So we're going to keep watching all of these storm complexes. We've got storms that go up into South Dakota. We've got another cluster of storms. That was the cluster that Reed left. Look at how that's just completely fallen apart. So these were the storms in Nebraska that Reed was on just a little bit ago. Dude, this guy is a pro. Look at that. About an hour ago, those storms looked like they could try to make a go for it, and now they've completely fallen apart. And that's because those dew points, they just didn't have enough moisture. They didn't have enough to keep them going. So I'll tell you what, it's like you can see the future. We're continue to watch that rotation in the top corner of the screen, and we're also watching these storms down near Colorado as well. Not tornado warned, though. There's no tornado warnings except for the one in Oklahoma. It looks like their connection's starting to stabilize. They have a beautiful shot. Let's get back to the guys right now.
They deleted that warning in the Harrison one.
As they should.
2K.
Definitely trying to dominate. You think that thing's slowing down with the easterlies?
Might grind into them. Central Montana.
Pair of suits. S-shaped suits. See that east option you got there out of Provo? I like that. Like 30 miles from Harrison.
Oh yeah. 3.7.
Yeah, there's that old inflow tail coming into Harrison. It's still there. Or an old cell. See that dark mass up there?
Dark mass. Yeah. Yeah. Can you point at the dark mass?
You're right over there.
Oh yeah.
These are all gas.
Right there. That's it. There it is. Dark mass.
If we get through this thing, we might be able to see a base like 45 miles.
I already see it. Will, do you see the base?
Yeah, he sent me a text and secret.
Yeah,
He said he saw you. He was
saw
gonna
that a
try to
while
see
back.
He was gonna give you a shot at this one.
That's weird because Carson, like 45 minutes ago, told me he saw the base secretly.
He was looking at the base with something else.
I think he sent that to the wrong text. Yeah. That's our other group chat. Probably about 4 or 5 group chats going on in here. I know you guys got one. Sharing TikToks back and forth on it. I know you guys do. I knew it.
We don't, actually.
I already sniffed it out. I just did.
We don't.
Don't even have to say that.
Not any group chats.
Yeah. Well, Carson and I have one.
Oh, you, Carson, and Matt excluded me, huh?
Carson and I have one, and just to talk about production stuff.
Yeah. And basis.
I'm definitely excluded from all the other chats.
When talent gets involved in those talks, it just kind of fogs and then so, yeah. Carson and I just handle it.
Yeah. We were just talking about the group chat that you, Will, me, and Brian have.
How about Reed?
Oh yeah.
That's so would not shock me. It wouldn't bother me either. But the field producer chat.
Field producer chat.
Guys, we need story. We need story!
We need to talk about steaks. What are our steaks today, Reed? Oh yeah.
Stakes are pretty low today, to be honest, but just because this is high plains insanity and there's not a lot of pressure to it because we know work the topography is not moving. It's a stationary variable, and that gives you a little peace, calm of mind. And we've been taking a lot of magnesium too recently, so we're just floating out here. Magnesium is a good all-natural way to alleviate anxiety. So we don't have any. Just pickling north through the beautiful sand hills. We wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world than right here. Maybe Edgemont. Love to be in Edgemont right now.
That's what Brian just said.
That's the most aggravating email to ever get.
Yeah.
We want to quantify my other favorite. We just run through some. Alright, let's quantify some stuff. How much gas does this burn a day? Let's break it down.
12.5 miles a gallon.
Alright, we need to break it down and do a statement.
We've said that about 5,000 times. This thing gets 12.5 miles a gallon. Right now. Weighs in at about 12,000 pounds. The Dominator does. What was the question again?
I was trying to bring in some stuff to up the stakes. So we were going to quantify like how much gas.
There's the base. You got it. Look at it. There's a wall cloud up there, way in the distance.
Yeah, above that.
You gotta zoom into that.
Go full zoom.
Got it.
That's the right edge of the wall cloud. We can beat this thing. See it way up there.
Oh,
there,
hey.
Right left of the trees. That's it.
Well, they made me zoom.
That's it, Mike.
There it is.
Mike,
You got
that's
it.
it. See, you got a front edge.
Look at that steady hand on this. It's like he's got stabilization on.
You gotta do
They fall out when I smile.
Probably goes dirt where the air is. It'll be workable, I think.
I need 3D print some adapters.
Money, danger, stakes. Ryan knows
Money,
what's up.
danger, stakes.
We like literally watch videos for like 12 hours to prepare.
Wow.
You need to prepare. These are like basic things that a human does.
Preparation. Niobrara River. There it is.
Should we throw a couple?
Probably.
Money, danger, stakes. Money, danger and stakes. Look at Will with this. He's got his base goggles on. Look at this guy.
Oh no, I'm losing them. Scanning for rotation. Scanning for rotation. Shear.
Pull up. Terrain. Pull up.
For speed.
We gotta get those permanently installed.
Reed says I don't look at the sky enough, so you put these in. Keeps my eyelids open all the time.
I heard Reed yelling at
Quite painful.
Will in his room last night. We gotta look at the sky. Yeah, and then they figured out that if you put those things in there, the problem will be solved.
We had a little meeting.
Yep. It was actually Will saying that. We gotta look at the sky. And then I found out it wasn't the sky, it was this guy. What you were saying.
Oh, look at this guy. Oh, okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
See for like 100 miles up here on top of this hill
Might
straight
just be
ahead.
trying to get that circulation on the front going. It's interesting how that's a little spin. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. It's got the tornado possible tag on it. They got to be watching the stream.
That's for the one that was the old one. It's going to go away.
But it looks like that might be kind of a good though. Yeah. It'll side tighten up here. It's just waiting for us. I think this will hardly move. Well, at least see the back side of it. It might be getting some sand. It'll just tuck up there. It's right on the nose of 4,500 Cape. You can't deny that. You cannot deny that Cape bubble there. That's a little dry punch. Tries that in firing. Looks like the dry line went through Stats Bluff. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, look, it's, you know, surface vorticity and 3-kilometer Cape.
When those overlap, you can get some fun stuff going on. .69 dew point in Shadron.
Damn. Somebody farted in there. near the station.
Somebody dumped some Dr. Pepper on the mesonet in Shadron.
Yeah.
43 in Scottsbluff right now.
Dry line. Can you say high plains insanity in that voice, or will it not work? Probably wouldn't work.
Well, guess what? It's High Plains Insane!
Insanity?
Insanity! Wow!
I think insane must be a hard American word.
Yeah.
77 over 65.
Man, that's as legit as it gets. It's 12-degree spread. We did what we had to do. See a tornado from 40 miles away.
All right, guys, here's an update on that storm that they're on. It is severe thunderstorm warned still, and got a little bit of rotation here. We do have some wind going this way, but a little disconnected here. So notice how the green is kind of along the backside here. So the winds more likely are coming like this, rotating around. So broad rotation with this particular storm. And but that dew point, remember that dew point we were talking about for like the past hour to two? It's come up big time. Now it's 65 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're cooking with that. So dew point is no longer a problem. Now we just need this storm to cooperate with us. If you look in the top right corner of the screen, we need this storm to take a hard right turn and it needs to get its act together. And the terrain might enhance it just a little bit into the foothills of South Dakota near Provo. But once again, still severe thunderstorm warned. And we still do have that tornado warning down in Oklahoma, sandwiched right between Weatherford and Hinton, but that rotation has weakened significantly. So that warning expires in about 12 minutes. I expect them to let that expire unless things dramatically change. But still, if you're in western Oklahoma near Weatherford or Hinton, just heads up, you do have a tornado warning. And we're still watching this storm because it is still rotating in South Dakota. I think the storm is now crossed into South Dakota. So now that severe thunderstorm is just going to be in South Dakota. And I think Reed's going to be chasing this because this is probably the only game in town right now. Looks like Local Man's talking. Let's get back to him.
That's a base out front. It's got to be that. A little tail. Don't pull on it. Don't pull on its tail. Oh.
Right side of this?
Yeah, I think that's that tail feeding into it.
Yeah. There's a really low spot. I can't tell if it's what it is, but
definitely a new base there. Thick area.
Should be right in front of us in a second here.
That's the old Harrison updrafter. That's it. Yeah, it's got a little knob on it, doesn't it? Good eye. That's a big base there. Oh, what's that? I think it's that. Slower up and beyond up there. This has got to be a new updraft of some kind. good intel right there. Let's see it. But it's small. I think it's getting shrinking. Whoop. That was one of your hydro. That's a Hydro Oklahoma one. But it's looked like it was battling a little bit of convective inhibition. Expansion over this deal here to the right. Is there an east option like at the border? Or we just have to go east?
Yeah.
No.
We have to.
Lightning up there. This is a cute town. Harrison. Probably get some food at the Longhorn Saloon here. How late's that open?
I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that place looks pretty neat on the inside.
Perfect for us. If you can't get a good steak there, you can't anywhere. We got a low base.
It says they close at 1 a.m., but they probably serve food until like 10 or something.
There's a wall cloud up there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at those seeds. I'm gonna cut one right on it. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, F yes. We're going for this base off to the right of the road here, but not gonna lie, this thing's looking a little bit shot right now.
Oh yeah.
Got something on the back end of it here. that thing has an echo top of about 40,000 feet now here. What the hell are we doing out here? It's like it's sliding north of that bubble and it's trying to reach down to it. That connected feeder band. Temperatures are going down, aren't they?
Yeah, 76, 61.
Yep. Sorry about that. Probably felt nice in the tailbone.
I kind of looked it up in the seat.
Yep. Yeah, I needed to ride this boundary here. Man, it's dying. Our storm is beginning to weaken now. This is the one that had a chance to do something up here. Pretty good moisture, but it needed to ride along the north side of the Cape Bubble up here in the Nebraska Panhandle. And you can see it's lifting northeast, a little bit too far northeast. But this is still just a primer for the days to come. Tomorrow looks more significant than today. Monday looks more significant than tomorrow, and Tuesday looks the most significant. So we got a lot of days ahead, even Wednesday, and another system comes in. But we're starting to get into this Black Hill style terrain here. You see a lot of pines.
Awesome.
Probably even see a bear up here if we're lucky.
It's like a total topography like change.
Oh, yeah.
Instantly.
And
Yeah.
the warm front was right on it.
Put it on the map.
Oh yeah.
It's too cold up here. Is our temperature dropping?
76.
It's gotta be.
It's got to be like 62 now. 68.
It is a little delayed though. Actually, I think it's delayed. I think we don't have service on that right now.
Are we transmitting in the back?
Yeah, Starlink's still good. That thing's not on Starlink though. Yeah, that's down. So that's old data.
Gotta turn
Ignore
around
that.
here. This is the road to Deadwood. Tempted to do it anyway, but
Yeah.
Keep trucking.
just have to maybe head up there after the next push. Just no place to turn around.
Streams. Probably do some fishing in here somewhere.
Really?
I bet.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be out of control trout country. Just cast. Oh.
That's what it sounds like too, I swear. It's like, oh, that's not a rock.
You pulling over?
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta fix the back camera.
We might be running down the home stretch here.
Alright, I'll still listen.
Thinking about going to that saloon.
Yeah.
Yeah, go all down my.
What do you want
That
to do?
saloon back there in Harrison. Yeah. It's like a
Longhorn.
Western like where you get like where gunfights happen. Yeah, like Wyatt Earp. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
Probably-
food.
Probably shootouts happened in that thing back in the day.
Just been having to drain my lizard all day today.
I'm gonna go take a picture of the Dominator.
Humana.
Stay up. When it gets cool out, this door doesn't stay up.
It smells amazing out here. Oh my God.
That's got to be old. Feels like it's 68 out here.
We're 15 from that saloon. How's it look on the last scan?
I don't have a scan, but it's not going to look any better. No way. Hey, nice work today, Chief. Yeah.
Look at this cool hill. Yep. Yeah, right there. Yep.
We need to fix that door.
I love cool hills.
Check, check, 1 2, 1 2 3.
There he is.
Hi, everybody. We are kind of starting to get into that Black Hills biome here. Temperature has decreased into the 60s. And we just wanted to say thank you to our Dominator 4 members. Thank you, everybody. We've been trying hard to drive you guys into a tornado many times this year, and we have. And I think we're going to have a lot more potential over the next 3 days for tornado potential, big supercell storms. Thank you, Dominator 4 members. We got River Eddie on there. He's probably into trout fishing. Dana Long, Matthew Thurston, Allie, Susie, Devin Stevens, Lawn Defender. Wow. Nicole Graves, Sluss, James Kaufman. Thank you, everybody, for supporting our science mission. We're trying to get inside of a tornado so we can measure that surface wind and pressure data inside, but it's not going to happen today. So there was that tornado warning down in northeast Colorado. There was another one near Hydro, Oklahoma. And there should have been one probably as that storm moved in toward the southwest corner of South Dakota. But upper level winds, even the easterlies here are not cranking. You can see the anemometer barely drifting there. So we're gonna head to the saloon and then we're gonna gear up for tomorrow, which looks bigger in southeast Montana and into northeastern Wyoming. Looks a lot bigger. Tomorrow, a little bit more flow, a little more dew points. So the last couple of days of high plains insanity underperformed a little bit, but tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, we think are gonna go a lot bigger.
We made it.
Yeah, we made it here, but I think we're gonna shut it down just because we're not gonna see any tornadoes. And look at Matt moving around.
Here's the background. Where you going, Matt?
My mic's out.
Okay. Goodbye.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's how it goes sometimes. And we saw some really cool storm structure. So we did, there was some rotation. I agree with Reed. I think there probably should have been a tornado warning at some point for that storm. No longer now. Looks like some of the guys, I think Local Man was taking a nice bio break off to the side there. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You're in nature. There's no gas stations around. Yeah, there you go. It was right in there. So Local Man was marking his territory. That's for sure. And he's kind of got a little bear-like features anyway, too. So, yeah, there he is right there. Great drawing, Brian. So, guys, we're going to wrap it up. And thank you so much for everyone that joined us today. And like Reed was talking about, tomorrow, Sunday, then into Monday, into Tuesday, I think will be bigger days with better chances for tornadoes. Don't think we're going to be talking about like any, super high-end risks, but we will be talking about some pretty good risks to see some tornadoes, to see some really cool storms. So make sure you tune in. I know Brian's in the back still drawing around, but just want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. And then I will be hosting a little bit of an after show on my YouTube stream called the Stormfront Freaks. We call it Outbreak Aftermath. So if you do want to join me there, I'll be over on my YouTube. You can see that link in the stream below, as well as all the other links to Will and Local Man and all the other guys in the Dominator. You can see all of their links in the description below. Just want to give a huge shout out to everyone, everyone that donated. Crazy Kitty is the latest one that I'm seeing, but all the new members that we got, all the donations, all the new subscribers that we got, you guys are awesome. You chose to be here tonight. And we talked about beats. We saw some cool storms, and we're going to be doing it again tomorrow. So we will see you on the next one. Brian, any final words you want me to pass along to the group? All right. Fantastic. Chat, you're the best. Never stop chasing. Yep. Thank you, moderators. Appreciate it. Everyone that helped out during the stream. You guys are the best. This is Stormcat 5 and Brian, and we'll see you on the next one. Never stop chasing. Peace.